She had waited 40 years for this moment, a peaceful first-class flight, to finally enjoy the life she built. But the second her feet touched the aisle, everything shattered. One look at her skin, her age, her quiet dignity, and a decision was made without mercy. The whispers came first. Then the humiliation, the rejection. An elderly black woman forced to step aside as dozens watched in silence. No one stood up for her. No one knew who she really was, and no one could imagine what she was about to do before the plane ever landed. How wrong can people be about the one person they underestimate the most? Evelyn Carter had never chased attention. She grew up in a world where loud dreams weren't safe for quiet black girls. Success had to be built silently, so she did bottom up. Warehouse investments, logistics partnerships, corporate stock trades. Year by year, she built an unseen financial empire while living a simple life. Now 72, she finally decided to reward herself. The first-class ticket wasn't about luxury, it was about honoring decades of work that no one had ever celebrated. She boarded calmly, holding the boarding pass like a private victory. But the glances came instantly. Assumptions hardened faces. Her presence unsettled expectations. And before she reached her seat, authority intercepted her path. Proof of purchase suddenly wasn't enough. Her legitimacy became suspicious. The cabin watched as minutes stretched. She stood quietly while doubt replaced dignity. Evelyn had felt this sting many times in her life, but this humiliation felt different. This time, something broke inside her. The judgment had already been delivered before anyone looked at facts. She became invisible, reduced, publicly questioned without reason. Passengers watched with discomfort, but stayed silent. Some avoided her eyes, others stared. No one moved. Evelyn slowly returned to economy seating, hands steady, heart heavy. Now, years of quiet endurance threatened to collapse under the weight of this moment. She slipped her phone from her purse. She didn't argue. She didn't plead. She acted. One call connected the last pieces no one on board could see. Corporate databases verified holdings. Financial structures unraveled. Legal departments cross-checked ownership documents. Inside distant boardrooms, voices rose. Evelyn Carter wasn't an inconvenienced traveler. She was the majority owner of the airline's holding company. Executives rushed diagnostics. Public relations teams froze. Legal counsels scrambled. Back in the cabin, tension shifted without explanation. Crew members whispered hurriedly. Authority retreated instead of pressed forward. Evelyn remained seated, appearing untouched, though inside a lifetime of invisibility burned. The plane prepared for descent while corporate confirmations moved faster than gravity. This incident was no longer small. It was about to become unstoppable. The moment the wheels touched the runway, chaos unfolded beyond the cabin walls. Airport command escalated. Airline executives boarded urgently, bypassing protocol. Evelyn stood. The truth arrived publicly. Documents were shown. Leadership froze. Power shifted in seconds. The elderly woman, denied dignity moments earlier, now legally owned the airline that humiliated her. Passengers realized who had stood among them, unnoticed. The silence that once mocked her now filled with disbelief. Yet Evelyn offered no satisfaction in their shock. Her gaze held only resolve. Years of prejudice hardened into clarity. This was not vengeance, it was transformation. First orders moved swiftly, investigations authorized, policy overhauls demanded, mandatory bias accountability programs deployed. Systems that allowed casual cruelty would now face consequences. The humiliation meant for her had turned into reckoning for many. The underestimated woman became the final authority. The story spread like wildfire. An elderly black woman denied first class, then revealed as the airline's owner. But Evelyn remained silent in the media storm. She wasn't interested in headlines-only outcomes. Under her leadership, real reforms followed: transparent passenger complaint channels, bias monitoring systems, and training tied directly to employment retention. Discrimination was no longer brushed aside, it was punished. Evelyn funded advocacy initiatives supporting travelers subjected to profiling. She established mentorship programs for underserved women entering corporate careers. She returned to her modest life, not seeking applause, just ensuring that humiliation experienced by others could finally find accountability. Because her story wasn't exceptional, it was universal. It echoed the countless voices dismissed based on appearance alone, and it left behind one final truth. The most dangerous mistake the world keeps making is underestimating the very people capable of changing everything.